Good morning and welcome to round 5 of the World Championships with me, Rebecca Walker, joined as always by Richard Walker.
I am Richard Walker, hello.
You are Richard Walker and hello to you. I feel like I'm in some weird chat show. And not even 9 o'clock, we're up bright and early on a Sunday morning recording for you, so hopefully get this out sometime this afternoon or this evening, depending on how slow our upload is. But on the screen today, we have Chris Thompson on the left playing Targ SoB. We did see Chris in an earlier round, although it was a much shorter game than this one. And we have Jaron Wagner on the right playing Stark Crossing. And he's managed to set up with a duped Winterfell, a Northern Keep and a Winterfell Steward. Chris is set up with 2 Braided Warriors. Is that one Eerie? I always get them all mixed up, the Handmaidens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, is that a Horse Lord as well? The old Horse Lord?
Yeah.
Yeah, and an Illyrio's estate. Thank you for paying so much attention, honey. Is your phone interesting? Yeah, you enjoying the article? Make you commentating!
Hi. Hello. So we've got Stark Crossing against Targ SoB.
So, as I say, we saw Chris on the screen earlier, and we haven't seen Jaron yet, though.
5 card setup seems good.
It does, but Winterfell on setup against Targ SoB seems very good, especially when it's duped.
Interesting.
Like the look of that, right?
Seems good. What's the other location?
As mentioned, it's a Northern Keep.
Is it a Northern Keep?
Yeah, the ones that you need to get gold, right? There's
Yeah.
plots. So we've got King of the North, which is pretty good shout, I think, actually, from Chris, into Jaron's Winter Reserve. So normally Chris would probably be opening like a 2-claim plot here. But seeing that Jaron obviously has the Winterfell and the Northern Keep and the Steward, all of these things are things that Jaron would want to trigger. So now he won't be able to trigger any of these things. It's going to really limit Jaron's economy for the setup of this first round, especially with such a small board compared to Chris's larger board. And also means that Jaron's not going to be able to trigger his Winterfell to stop any tricks, any events possibly that Chris wants to play. So Chris has marshalled a King's Road. We can see he's got a few characters in hand. There's definitely Missandei in there. I think I see another Horse Lord.
Devoted Blood Rider.
Devoted Blood Rider, yeah.
Yeah, so we could see Chris Thompson going to win the military challenge, probably by 5. Because I can't think of much that Jaron can get out with only 5 gold.
However, Chris will not be able to trigger Sea of Blood Rider. Or will he?
Why wouldn't he?
Oh, King of the North doesn't work on genders, does it?
No, just character, attachment and location. So this Chris obviously wants to trigger. He sees the opportunity because if he plays out the king plot and Jaron can't trigger anything, then he's going to get 5 gold. Or if he went for at the gates, into gates of the moon, 6 gold maximum, which gives Chris 6 gold too.
Yeah.
So putting the eggs in the basket of triggering the agenda. So 2 Horse Lords, which they're going to be 4 strength each if they go in with every military icon, plus the Braided Warriors, so 14 strength.
Well, you don't see these ones very often, do you? These are the what knight thingies are they called? They're like the
House Manderley Knight.
That's it.
So they get plus 1 strength from the Winterfell, and plus 2 strength if they're the Winter plot.
Yeah.
So they're currently 4 strength.
She-Bear has also gone out. It's a little bit sad to play She-Bear on a King of the North turn because obviously you can't trigger her. But it might be that Jaron was just going for that increased military strength. So Jaron will have...
Was he trying to take 2 claims?
He was, wasn't he? So used to taking 2 claims. And taking that passing Black Gate as well. That's quite sad for Jaron. He might want that next turn to reflood the board. Can Jaron win the military now?
I'm surprised Jaron didn't play that, actually. If it meant that he could get something else out. But if not, then moot.
Yeah, he probably wanted it when he could really spam the board. He probably thought this turn...
I think you probably need... If you can get another military icon out, you need to do it. So yeah, I'm going in for what I believe to be his 14 strength.
14, oh okay. So Jaron can't stop it being a win by 5 then, basically.
Nope. So you're going to get put to the sword, He saved 2 gold. Claim as well. So he's going to put to the sword. Have Manderley Knight. Do you also want to go and find Torch for the Winterfell? Or do you write it off?
I mean, he might go and get Torch for the Northern Keep. Because that's like a 2 gold increase, presumably each turn for Jaren. And with Jaren going to be reduced down to 1 character most likely, who wants to restrict his options on marshalling next turn.
Makes sense.
Especially if he's already got either a put to the sword or a put to the torch in hand. Yeah, it looks like he's gone for the torch.
Yeah, because I mean, Winterfell doesn't really do that much against claim raise.
No, so if it's things like the Raiding Khalasar, they're the ones that raise claim, isn't it?
Raiding Khalasar, in addition to Vanquish the Unbelievers, Fury of the Khalasar, 2 claim plot, you need to be able to keep putting out characters, so economy and draw become really important. Dropping the Sea of Blood trigger is nice, but that is a tempo loss basically. Because if Jaren had put out a 4-cost character with a military icon instead of Winterfell, he might have been able to stop the challenge. Possibly,
but Jaren was probably also not expecting the King of the North that first turn.
Agreed.
Was expecting to get 7 gold plus Passing Blackgate plus the Winterfell Steward and probably splurge out a board. So
either way, it's a tough matchup for Jaren.
Yeah.
There's many ways to lose it. Not that many ways to win it.
But it looks like Chris didn't have the put to the sword. He saw the torch as more important.
Oh, so he saved the 2 gold, presumably because he couldn't play anything then.
Maybe.
He chose not to put out the Devoted Blood Rider because it doesn't buff any of the other guys on the board, where the Horse Lord would have gotten up to 4 strength in that challenge. So,
I mean, with regards to that 2 gold, I think also with Sea of Blood, you can't leave it there as a threat. He might have saved that 2 gold to try and encourage Jaren to put out more characters, maybe. Okay, Bar on the Gates into Vanquish.
Fury of the Khalasar, the popular turn 2 or turn 3. If he has another Bar on the Gates, then he might hit next round on the Fury turn. And I keep trying to call it Furry Khalasar.
Tempting, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Jaren was going to get an extra gold from the Winter Reserves, but he's not getting that Northern Keep 2 gold. There's 6 gold plus the Reducer and the Hearttree Grove. It's like 8 to play with.
Plenty of gold.
Yeah, and if he can get any other economy out on the board.
Shame he doesn't have a pass in the Black Gate.
Might have another one.
He doesn't have much in the way of card draw at the moment either.
No.
So he's going to run out of resources at some point. So I think in most of the start crossings you want to flood the board Return to the Field, but we seem to have a winter-based crossing here. So I'm not sure how Return to the Field fits in that.
You need to self-isolate.
I am self-isolating.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I've stayed at home all weekend.
That's true. Well done, darling. You disinfect me instead.
Raiding Khalasar.
Oh, yeah, hello. So we're using a King's Road to put that out.
Yep.
And still got 4 gold to play with. So Raiding Khalasar, it's only 3 claim them if they go into the military.
4 gold.
Is that not 4? Oh, no, I can't count. 3 gold. What's this dude's name? I always forget.
Devoted Blood Rider.
Oh, this is Devoted Blood Rider.
Yeah.
Oh, just because the artwork's
it's
so different.
Art, yeah, and it's different art.
Yeah. A Rickon, nice. Always good to see a Rickon against the Sea of Blood.
Yeah, he'll stop the trigger, but 3 claim is a thing.
Yeah, but Aria is also helpful for that. Here we go. Get a bit of a chain going.
Yeah, would have really liked that passing the Black Gate now, huh?
Yeah. And 2 for the second one. There's a bit more card draw there as well.
So Jaren's going to have, 11 strength in military? Chris Thompson, however, is going to have more. So the Horse Lord's going to go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strength.
Okay.
plus the bladed warriors.
The what?
So that's 11. Kalasar 17 and devoted 20 strength.
So they're probably... Yeah, Chris is probably going to be able to win that military by enough and get the 3 claim off. However, Jaren will be able to trigger Winterfell even, to stop any of the reactions at least. But still, 3 claim is hard to swallow, especially on a crossing deck. You want to have as many characters on the board as possible, really.
You don't really want to use the Recon to stop the agenda trigger, because it's effectively 4 claim then.
Yeah, well, like I say, you just use the Winterfell, wouldn't you?
That's what it's there for.
It is. I do think that Stark Crossing has a better chance against Sea of Blood than some decks.
It has answers, for sure.
Yeah. You've got things like Bran, you've got Rickon, you've got Winterfell. And they do have a great ability to just be able to throw cards onto the board. And to get card draw as well. Like, Stark's really good for replenishing things like that.
If only they had Mira as well.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Jaren does in this match. So I go for the big one. There's the military.
See, personally, I don't like it when people declare challenges like that. Because text on the card is important, and now you're obscuring the text. So if Jaren has forgotten about the claim raise of the Kalasar, there's no way you're going to remember it now.
Yeah, you could say that. I mean, I like to think that come round 5 top table of World Championships, he probably knows about the text on the Kalasar.
Yeah, but sometimes when you don't see it, like I remember very specifically a Portsmouth tournament where you knew what Raiding Longship did, and the opponent had one on top of another with peeking out like that, and you ranted because you didn't see it and you lost the game. And you were like, I didn't see it there.
It was my first ever tournament, and because he put it on top, it looked like it was duped, and I didn't quite twig that it wasn't a unique location, so I saw it as one location instead of 2 locations.
I'm just saying, when things are like that, it's more likely to get missed.
Alright, point made.
But, you know, that's a preference thing. Jaren should know what it does. He almost definitely does know what it does.
So we've got a military with Arya stealthing the Braided Warrior, which is going through unopposed and claim. And then a power from the Mandalay Knight, which is going unopposed and claim.
Shame he doesn't have a green icon, eh?
Yeah. And Chris's Dom. So we managed to get that 3 claim off against Jaren. But the power totals are relatively similar. They've got the same kind of economy on the board. And Jaren also obviously has the Winterfell.
We know Chris runs Valar Morghulis. He's not likely to want to go and, going to want to play it.
No, I don't think he needs to.
Do you think he goes for Fury of the Kalasar? He's having to discard to reserve, so he can control his hand quite well. I think maybe he does go for Fury to double down on the 3 claim, because he's hurting Jaren's board. He only has a couple of cards left in hand. Yeah,
try and get another 2 claim would probably be good. Chris must have been really sad that Jaren played Baron there, because we know that he's got Missandei in hand and he couldn't discard Missandei for the taxation.
Oh, Christ, the poor Sea of Blood player.
The poor guy. I'm sure he'll get over it.
My heart bleeds.
You have a heart?
Maybe. Marched.
Okay. I guess it's kind of like claim.
Yep. Rickon going to go, I imagine.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Jaren's plays. Thinking of the decorator dude now. Jaren's played rationing, so that means that Chris won't be able to react with Sea of Blood now, will he? Does that plot actually affect the plots?
It does.
Yeah, cool.
Players cannot trigger reaction to winning or losing challenges, which means Sea of Blood will not trigger. Winterfell will still fire.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's a reaction to a challenge beginning.
Yeah.
And things like cohort, they react to claim. So those things, I always think people think, oh, does this do it? Yes, it does.
It feels like Jaren's deck is very much teched to handle Sea of Blood.
Well, it's winter based and it has winter plots. A couple of winter plots seem to be pretty good against Sea of Blood, namely barring and rationing.
Yeah. Yeah, rationing's a tricky one, I think, in a Stark crossing deck. Well, any crossing deck. Because most crossing decks like to run Superior Claim, for example.
Do they? I'm not convinced on that one. I am not convinced.
Mine did.
On that one. Yeah.
And
No, it didn't.
yeah, it did.
Your deck was shit.
I made 26th in the world, thank you. Where did you come? 100 and something. Cheeky bastard. I think I had winning Superior Claim.
No, not all crossing decks run Superior Claim. I think they're the weaker one because they're a bit more glass cannon. They don't have answers for scenarios. Instead, they just have win more effect, like Superior Claim. I prefer myself crossing decks that run answers that help you win challenges consistently.
Well, I'm sorry that my glass cannon deck isn't good enough for you.
I don't think you run Superior Claim.
I was going to check, but I'm scared.
Why don't
to
you
check.
consult your memory? Why don't you consult your memory?
I kind of don't want to check now, just in case I didn't run it and feel like a plonker.
Just check it. Come on, let's get you plonker live.
I'm going to just say that I ran it.
For the record, she's not checking.
I have confidence in my memory. Because we want to help, because my memory is.
You suck.
No.
So it looks like Jaren only has 3 cards left. And sitting on a stack of gold. Chris has only managed to marshal Jiki, which is something of a tempo loss, really. Jason Malister. With my phone always autocorrect to Jason Malibu.
Yeah, he's another one that I find always a bit like he's right on the borderline whether or not I include him in my deck. Because I feel like he could be really good, but I also don't want him to get stolen.
Ah, you're worried about theft. The Night's Watch or the Targaryens.
Yeah, I mean, like, even Daisy, you know, she's great, but she can only ever be a one-off because of the threat of her being taken.
But you can choose when to play them out. Yeah,
but even against Stark, you're a bit reluctant to play him out. Because...
Ward. But not many start decks. I mean, you know which start decks are going to run Ward. It's going to be Knights of the Hollow Hill deck. Maybe you see I won't be see a Blood deck because that's restricted now. But the aggressive deck. Night's Watch Wolf might also run Ward. Yeah. And you just maybe not play them out.
But that's sad. It's like a dead card, isn't it?
Or play it out and march it next turn.
No one likes a dead card.
Jesus Christ. Nobody likes a dead card.
You're demoted. Go away. Little shitbag. What is even happening? Military from Chris. Can Jaren defend it? We've got Kalasar, Horse Lord, and Devoted Blood Rider, right?
Yeah, Jaren has quite a significant amount of strength.
Oh, he's defended it. But he used Winterfell. I guess he just wanted to stop any tricks during the challenge or something.
Well, like overwhelming numbers.
Yeah, I guess so.
He does have the money for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pardon me. Yeah, so, you know.
Jones chose to go in with the military challenge there rather than the power.
Oh, that's a dead pile. I thought that was a discard pile.
No, I think it's a dead pile. Jaren has managed to get a few military challenges through, so yeah, there are a few dead on Chris's side.
It's true.
I think he's just trying to make sure that he keeps Chris's board down as much as possible, so that at least Jaren's got some chance of actually defending the militaries. Chris said discarding for taxation and able to finally put Missandei into play because...
he's got 5 cards in hand. Doing well with his hand
Oh.
management. Wow, good, well-timed barring.
Yeah. So Fury of the Khalasar, not furry, into barring the gates. So yeah, Jaren running double barring. It really does feel like Jaren's deck is teched quite well against the Targ SoB blood.
Not only Targ SoB blood, but double barring also hurts Kingdom of Shadows.
Yeah, true. Jogo on Chris's side there though. That'd be good, a bit of stealth. Jaren's going to have to work a lot harder if he wants to defend those military challenges.
The Jogo that was promised. He's so important to the Targaryen Sea of Blood.
I mean, for the stealth, he's definitely handy. And also, like, in Sea of Blood, you know, you're expecting your opponent to have a lot of dead characters. So he's generally going to be a pretty good strength. Scepter, a green icon! Another green icon in Cat! Joe must be so happy.
That's not going to help.
No, but he wants green icons because he's crossing. He wants to start getting his crossing across. And also, Scepter out means that Arya's got an intrigue icon and she's immune to plots.
Cool, she's immune to the furry Khalasar.
Oh, hardy har.
Maybe she's immune to 2 claim. Or 8 initiative. Or 4 initiative, or whatever it is.
Happy with yourself?
He's extremely.
Mm-hmm. Stop wiggling your eyebrows at me, you little freak. Alright, Chris's challenges. Gonna be a big military, surely. Stealthing past one of the military icons.
He's being super discreet about it.
Yeah, I know, right? Khalasar and Jogo on top of each other, ready to go. I mean, it didn't sound right. That was not meant how it sounded. Anyway, moving very swiftly on. At least Jaren can use the Winterfell to to stop any dodgy reactions from the Sea of Blood.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know.
Dodgy reaction. Right, okay.
I'm just gonna
Alright, so we have a military challenge for lots. Not sure how many dead characters are in Jaren's dead pile. But Jogo is boosted by the Devoted Blood Rider also. So plenty of strength.
Yeah, I imagine Jaren's got at least 3 or 4 in there.
So we've got 2 claim coming through. Winterfell, so no Sea of Blood.
It'll be 3 claim because of the Khalasar.
3 claim. Nasty.
Oh, yeah, Jaren realised that he knelt the one that had been stealth past. So he just swapped the Mandalay Knights so that it wasn't the stealth one. I don't think it really matters which Mandalay Knight was stealth and which one was, used to defend, but...
Yeah.
I might have done if he'd put I'm no on one of them or something. Is that both of the knights are going? It's interesting, that really reduces the military strength that Jaren has on the board. And pillaging there off to Goldtown. I definitely had off to Goldtown in my deck.
Yeah, but you didn't have superior claim.
Might have done.
And you had pinch.
I didn't have pinch in my deck.
You did.
I didn't have any attachments in my deck.
You had pinch.
I did not have pinch.
You had pinch.
You're saying that, so I'll look at my deck to prove that there's no pinch, and then you're going to be like, haha, there's no superior claim. I know your tricks.
Damn.
Boha.
That's not even a thing.
It is now. An intrigue from the Sunday, which is easily defended by the Scepter, which means that the power should be able to be pushed through.
But does he want to?
Does Jaren want to defend that? Maybe? Because even if
it is 2 claims.
It is 2 claim, and if
he can win a power back on offense, even though he won't get crossing. But he decided to eat it.
Okay. He really wants that crossing.
I mean, surely defending a 2 claim power and then winning a power challenge on offense is better, even if you don't get your crossing, than losing 2 power and then getting a crossing and winning a power.
Maybe he's got a trick.
Yep. Looking forward to the trick.
Military claim of the Missandei dupe. Doesn't look like Chris is planning on valoring anytime soon. Hey!
You still didn't run it in your deck.
Superior claim! That would be why Jaren wanted to get the crossing through. Well, they were saying that he could have still, could he have defended the power and still got the crossing? Still got the 5 strength power on attack?
Unlikely. Well, he could have over-defended the power on defense.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if he could have defended the power and then still got a 5 strength power challenge through, but I don't think he would have been able to.
Why do you need a 5 strength power challenge through?
To get superior claim.
You do it on defense. So
he went on defense?
Yeah, he went into the power challenge with Jiki and Missandei, was it? So that's 4 strength. He could have defended with Kat and Jason Mallister for 10. Trigger superior claim, 1 on defense, blocked the 2 claim power challenge, took the renown and superior claim, and then did a power challenge with Arya and got a power unopposed. Wouldn't have got crossing, but you wouldn't have lost the 2 power from the power claim.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, that's not what happened, so we don't need to talk about it.
Yeah, I guess that way round would have stopped Chris from getting as far ahead as what he has, is the main thing. Chris would still be on... Well, Chris would be on 8 then, in that situation. And Jaren would be also on 8, 9, something like that. Maybe. What else?
So what we're saying is this way sped the game up.
Yes.
Cool.
In conclusion, weapons at the door, get us out on Northern Keep. Doesn't have a winter plot.
Shame. Well, that was top tech. So it looks like Jaren has built his plot deck in mind of the meta. You know, Bind Negates hit both Targ SoB Blood and Lanny Shadow. We know that rationing... you right there?
Yeah.
Very good. Top SoB Blood. Weapons at the door, good against Valyrian Steel and cohort decks. We say good against Valyrian Steel, it gives them attachment back, which isn't necessarily that good. But if they have a lot of them, they at least have to discard some to reserve.
Yeah.
And Barra Cohort, a turn without Ador at High Reborn, especially if they've just played You Win or You Die. It's pretty good.
Just to note, Chris got the Aegon out of Shadows there, was about to use his search effect, and Jaren cancelled that with Rickon.
Boom.
Jaren going with the Intrigue from the Scepter. I don't think Jaren can close at this turn though.
You win or you die.
Yeah, but it's not win or die, it's weapons at the door.
No, what I mean is, if he wins, he wins. If he doesn't, he dies.
Oh, right. Yeah. Because if he goes all out, even... Let's think about this. Even if he got crossing, renown on Mallister and claim, that still only puts him on 14.
Yeah, he needs an unopposed.
He's not going to get an unopposed.
I mean, I wouldn't give him an unopposed. Chris isn't stupid. He's just a degenerate man.
What the fuck? I'm sure he'll really appreciate that.
I'm sure he'll take it in the spirit in which it was intended.
Uh-huh. I think if Jaren can't close here, he needs to stop Chris from closing, which means that Jaren probably can't do any challenges, right?
Dark Crossing isn't really that good at being defensive.
No. But if Jaren can stop Chris getting to 15, maybe Jaren will draw something decent next turn to play out? I don't know.
Rely on the top deck?
Bit risky, I guess.
Don't like it myself.
Nah. Yeah, it looks like Jaren's passed his challenges.
The good thing for Jaren is he controlled the Sea of Blood trigger after turn 1 with the Winterfell. He's generally okay with the claim, although, you know, he's going to have to claim a dupe and a character this time, and his board's getting increasingly smaller every turn, but he's been managed to get out character after character.
So, interestingly, Chris has done the power there, and he's done it with the Reigning Khalasar, so that he gets the 2 claim for the power.
Nice.
Which is probably a smart move. And
I mean, people forget that's a thing.
Yeah, Jaren probably wants to defend this, doesn't want to give him any unopposed. Yep, defending that intrigue. Chris could do the military, but that would just be giving Jaren a renown, and Jaren would still win the Dom. So not worth it really, so let's just go to Dom. Jaren gets that power for that. Gonna need a fantastic top deck from Jaren here, I think.
Close game.
Closer than some of them. Win or die from Chris. That's probably going to close the game then. To Winter Festival from Jaren. Yeah, it's a shame. If Jaren had had that Winter Festival last turn, but then he wouldn't have been able to go first. Then it might have been better if he hadn't gone first, because then he would know what challenge he can save and...
Wow, Khal Drogo.
Oh crap, yeah. I always forget that's Khal Drogo, because I don't know why, the artwork just makes me think like the Horseboard.
But it's Khal.
Yeah, I know it's Khal, but like just, I don't know, just the style of it makes me think of the Horseboard instead. Wow, okay, yeah, that's it.
GG.
Wow, I mean that's a closer game than we've seen from some of the Targs.
True.
Sea of Bloods.
True. And Winterfell mainly was the reason for that.
Yes,
and the Bear Island Scouts helped the tempo at the time it was needed to keep Jaren in the game. And the plots, of course, were very heavily geared to countering the big deck. So no surprise really Jaren got this far.
I think it was unfortunate for Jaren that passing Black Gate was taken when it was. The King of the North first round, I think, really hurt the tempo that Jaren might have had throughout the game. And then taking that Black Gate before it could be used in round 2, again, would have really hurt because the Bear Island Scouts, Jaren would have been able to get all 3 out, plus some extras. Saying that, I mean, if Jaren had made his board too big, Chris would have just held back a bit in Ballard. So, it might not have had as much effect. But certainly it would have given Jaren a bit more time to stabilise and draw some cards and whatnot. Work through his deck a bit more as well with the Bear Island Scouts. But yeah, it was a close game. Interesting.
Kinda.
I think Jaren's plot deck is certainly very, as you say, meta geared. So
yeah, it's winter based as well, which I didn't quite, expect. When I see Start Crossing, my first thought is double return to the field.
Yeah, it was nice to see something a little bit different in the winter ones. So we'll round it off there then. So thanks always for watching the channel. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/The White Walkers. We'll be back with the King of Swiss game for Joust 1A day. And then following that, as I mentioned before, we do have games from the cut, and we also possibly have Melee Final, depending on how well that came out. I haven't checked the video properly yet.
I think what she's trying to say, guys, is goodbye.
Yeah. Bye!